Welcome everyone to this live broadcast on Talk with the Missus. We're excited to come to you again with another episode of Talk with the Missus. I am sure you will be blessed.
Amen.
Today's topic, it says, this marriage can't continue like this. This marriage cannot continue like this. So we are going to be digging deep, and I'm going to do a bit of sharing why the missus gives a shout out to everyone who is online.
Yes. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. God bless you. Thank you for tuning in to Talk with the Missus live on your airwaves. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Let us know, your name. And if you're new on this very talk show, let us know that you are new, that we can give you a very special shout out to say, whoa, guys, this person is new. Welcome them. So thank you for tuning in. As you know, this is a very, very, very important conversation that we have every fortnight, but this has been every week now. We've done it two times back to back, where we discuss different matters that relate to life, relationships, marriage, just different things that are very, very relatable as well as important, so that the human, the man, the woman can be whole and can be equipped, ready to face anything that life throws its way. And as you know, life can sometimes throw many, many curveballs, but we know how to throw them right back. In fact, one of our children, they wrote like all these what do you do if, like, riddles. They wrote a riddle one time, and they said, what do you do if life throws you lemons? Usually you say you make lemonade. They're like, don't pick it up. Don't catch it. Don't catch it. So you're throwing it, it missed. So
I like that.
Exactly. Don't catch it. So yeah, it's very important that we'll be able to know how to deal with life issues when they come. So today's topic is, this marriage can't continue like this. Whoa. Warning. This marriage can't continue like this. It's a very, very big topic. In fact, the very first thing that some people think of are different things, because this can relate to so many things to so many different people. It's like a personal perspective. But we'll dig deep. We'll go into that very well, and you will be part of that conversation. So as you know, like I said, we'd like you to type in where you are tuning in from. Let us know your name, the location, and let's get into this. And in case you haven't done it yet, like myself, pick up your device and share today's program. Share it on your Facebook, on your Instagram, on your anything that's shareable, on your WhatsApp status. That's the thing I share a lot on now. And just share it, because
you need to show me how that works, actually.
Yeah, just press forward and share to status.
Okay.
Yeah. So
that Facebook status or something?
No. I'm talking about WhatsApp.
Well, okay.
Yeah. So let's share it. Let's share. And also, like we said, let us know where you are tuning in from. We can see loads of people online. So just tune in. Let us know.
Yeah, and for those of you who are already online with us, we'd like to welcome you. So, the drill. Maybe you're new. Tell us where you are tuning in from, so we know who is online with us today, and we can give a shout out to you and welcome you. And that we talk with the missus, it is not just us talking at you or talking to you.
Yeah.
It's a conversation that we have with you, and we love it because you are able to, participate and just be part of what is being discussed. And so this evening, we want to give a shout out to as many of you who are already with us online. So give us your name and the location where you are tuning in from, and we will do well to welcome you. I'm just going to start by the first person who is indicated. We've got Gisela on the line said, good evening, beautiful family. I'm
Good
Gisela
evening.
from Austria. Nice to be with you again.
Good
You are
evening,
welcome,
Gisela. You are
Gisela. Good
so
evening.
welcome.
We are so delighted that you are part of this evening's broadcast. And so the topic is, this marriage can't continue like this. The first question I want to ask, Mrs.
Yep.
You ready?
Can
Can't continue like what? This marriage can't continue like what? So we give a perspective to what we are talking about.
Yeah. Okay, well, I mean, when they say can't continue like this, that just to me means that there are things that are not going quite right.
Yeah.
There's attitudes that are not quite correct. There are tendencies that need fixing, untendenting or whatever. They just need fixing. There are mindsets that needs retuning. They're just different issues that are happening. There are habits that need to stop. There are characters that need to change. There's a lot of things. So for me, it's a thing that when you are doing something that is winding your spouse up in a negative way, then it's not helpful to the marriage. And sometimes some people don't actually know that they're doing it. They're doing something that is offensive or a turn off, or something that is a potential love extinguisher. So they don't know those kind of things they're doing them, but it actually is happening and disrupting the flow of a happy, joyful home. So that's
the perspective.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I think just a few minutes ago, I was just thinking about, marriage and this topic, because usually the topic comes to us on the day, and I was just thinking that marriage is being created by God to be a beautiful thing.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, it's become a big headache for some people. And I'm just wondering why and how will something that is created to be beautiful, to to bring joy to people, why and how, to bring fulfillment, why did it suddenly, or how does it suddenly become a nightmare to somebody?
How does it turn sour?
And how does it turn sour? You see people on that, let's say it starts on the wedding day. They match up, they are happy, they are joyful. And I think when people stand before the altar and they say, this is the person I want to be with for the rest of my life, and be joyful with and everything. Most people actually mean it. Most people actually mean it. And I think a large percentage of people deep down in their heart, they have no reservation saying those words. Those words actually communicate what they feel in their heart. And then, in some cases, few years down the line, some even few months down the line, some even weeks down the line, everything just flips. And you ask yourself, what happened? What happened that everything just flipped? And how do you then live through this kind of nightmare situation? Because this thing is supposed to be sweet.
Exactly.
This thing is supposed to be, what brings you joy. This is something that you've longed for in most cases.
Dreaming, praying, fasting, sowing seeds.
Exactly.
Everything.
You've sown seeds, you've prayed, you've longed for many years, and is now finally here. How does it automatically go from that height and just nosedive and becomes a nightmare? How? And I like those of you who are with us online
to talk
about
it.
What exactly happens? How does something so beautiful, something someone's desired so much, prayed for, longed for, invited friends to celebrate. In fact, could not even sleep some nights and just daydreaming and walking down the road and imagining and just smiling and people looking at you. What are you smiling about? So don't worry, nothing.
Yeah.
And then suddenly becomes the biggest pain, becomes the biggest headache for an individual. How does that happen?
I think as well, we need to realize that as Christians in Christendom, in the kingdom, there is a big adversary. There is a big, force against anything that God has designed. So being that God has designed the family and that marriages are meant to come as the foundation for the family, then obviously there's going to be a very big attack. But the worst thing is that a lot of people are allowing themselves or to be used to do these attacks.
Yeah.
Because at the end of it all, you have a marriage. For those that are married or you're planning to marry, you have to hold on to your marriage, knowing that this is what God has joined together.
Yeah.
Let no man asunder. There are things that are put in asunder that people are even doing themselves. Like I said, some people's character, the man cannot deal with this, the woman cannot deal with this. There's things that people are doing themselves that are polluting their own marriage, that is not allowing the marriage to grow or to thrive, survive. Anything is not allowing it. Some people are even I know we'll talk about more about it, but some people are even with their own mouth spoiling the man's name or spoiling the woman's name. Anytime they hear of your spouse, is one complaint or the other. You're putting it on Facebook, you're putting it on Twitter, you're putting it on and why is it only you that is promoting negativity in your marriage? Why couldn't you, if you wanted to really promote, although you shouldn't really, I'm a private person. So I will not, pictures of my children, you will not really see. Pictures is only the things I have to put out, but anything else, I'm not really putting it out because that's my kind of person. So imagine me or even anyone else now putting something detrimental, something ridiculously harmful to my own life. I'm the one that put it out there for the whole world to be judging. Why would the whole world need to judge my marriage or your marriage? So it's people, like I'm saying, are doing it to themselves. Sometimes some people are doing the harm to themselves.
So basically, if my understanding from what you're saying is that, these marriages, this beautiful thing becomes sour, not of itself, but the people let me not even say people, the two individuals that make up the union, they actually create the sour state of the marriage.
Yes. I think marriage in itself, it takes maturity. I was going to say a level of maturity, but no, it just takes maturity. It takes a mature mind to be irritated by somebody else, but not react. It takes a matured mind to see the foolishness and the flaws of somebody else, but still love them and care for them and do things to help them, even though you want to prove that this thing I told you, you didn't follow me. See, now it takes a matured mind to put all of that aside and still help. So that maturity, some people just don't have it.
So in essence, then, that you are getting old does not mean that you are qualified to marry.
Age is not a factor.
That you're getting old does not mean you are only qualified to marry when you have developed a sense of maturity to be able to accommodate somebody else within your space without picking issues with that person. So that you are getting old is not a guarantee, or it does not mean that you are qualified. Yes, people may be coming around you and so when are you going to get married? You are getting old. You are getting old. Yes, you are getting old.
Are you getting mature?
But are you getting matured? You don't have the disposition. You don't have what it takes at that time to be getting married. And I think that's the issue. Let's read some comment because we just jumped into the conversation this evening.
You guys are doing so well. I'm seeing it popping up. God
yeah,
bless
no,
you.
it's always interesting to have
Yeah.
that. So we've got Sean, and Sean has said, "Good day, Pastor, and the beautiful lady watching from Fort Lauderdale, Florida." Thank
Good to
you.
have you on board, Sean.
Great. And then we've got Pastor Austin Osoria. God bless you, sir.
Oh, God bless you.
He said, "Good evening, Mama and Papa. So good to see you this evening. Always blessed anytime I listen to you. Thank you so much." I believe he's watching from Abuja, Nigeria.
Beautiful.
And we've got a beautiful Ebere who said, "Good evening.
Good evening.
Just
to you
listening
too.
to you both."
Mm-hmm.
She said, "I think marriages need annual MOT.
I agree with you.
Every year we need to gather as husband and wife and take stock like a SWOT of marriage." So that's the strength, weakness, opportunities, and what's the T again? I can't remember what that stands for now. Yeah, I agree with you. I think 100%. We've got Mami Norm said, "Good evening to Pastor and First Lady."
Good evening.
And we've got Fene. Fene said, "Watching from Nigeria." Thank you for joining us.
God bless you.
Deaconess Glory said, "Good evening, my pastor and Sister Chioma. This is a great topic." Thank you.
God bless you.
We're looking forward to your contributions to the conversation. Ebele said, "A lot of marriages end up breaking due to external influences and also indiscipline." I think let's pause there. Let's pause there and have a conversation on that. Break up due to external influences and indiscipline. Yeah. So I want to pick on the indiscipline part, because I think that you can either, if you're married, you can either be a source of joy continuously to the person that you are married to, and it comes by choice. Don't think that you are a trophy, that the fact that you are there, the person should just be happy. No. Because I think
give up.
Yeah, some people are too full of themselves.
Yeah.
They feel that they're a trophy. I'm a reward to you. You should be happy that you have me in your space.
Yeah.
And maybe they have some friends out there that are hyping them.
Yeah.
Or if it's in the case of a guy, maybe he's got some guys that he hangs out with, and God help you if those guys are not good guys. And by the time they hang out, they have maybe ladies out there who are showing interest in them, obviously because of the kind of places they are hanging out in. There are places you go to, you would have people who will not have respect for whether you have ring in your hand. In fact, the fact that you have ring in your hand is the reason why they will be coming after you even more. Even
if it's on your forehead, "I am married."
Yes.
They've erased that one and they're still focusing on how they can get you. They can get you.
Exactly. Yeah. So when you put yourself in such a position, you will be causing the other person pain. Yeah. And I think that is one of the problems. So when you are married, that's why we say marriage is not for the fact that you're getting old. When before you marry, you need to have certain sets of disciplines or principles of what you can do, what you cannot do, where you can go to, where you cannot be found.
Yes.
The kind of people you can, because I'm about to get married
now. Flow with as your friend, as your friendship circle.
The kind of people I will hang around with, the kind of people that I cannot hang around with. Because you are going out with people to the point you are going on holidays with group of friends that that this holiday that they are going for, one of the primary objective is to sample all kinds of ladies
or men.
Some also some ladies also is to sample, and it's almost like whoever sleeps, and I'm going to here we say practical, whoever sleeps with the most number of ladies or with the most number of men, then everybody start hailing them is the winner. So it's, "Oh man, I done 3 today, or I done 5 today. What's that? And you are a married man,
and you are married,
and you are a married woman, and those are your friends, and they are hyping you, hailing you, and nobody is being able to pull you aside to talk sense into your head. It's soberly.
You should talk to yourself. Why are you there? Why are these people your friends?
Exactly.
Why are they the one? Because your friends are the people that influence you indirectly and directly.
Yeah.
So why are these people your friends? If you said that you want to walk down the aisle, or you want God to be with you in your union, that God should be the one that puts the two of you together as husband and wife, that you will forsake all others and hold on to this person, you will leave and cleave, and then you've left, you've cleaved, but you're also going back out for boys trips, for girls trips, for all kinds of useless trips, all kinds of journeys that don't make sense. For me, why have these people in your equation? Is the wrong equation. You've added the wrong people. It's like a Jonah in your boat. You've added something that is going to ultimately destroy you, make things that are meant to matter to your life be taken off board of your life. Some people have lost their marriages because of the wrong friends.
Yeah.
Some people have lost their marriages because of the wrong friends. The friends influenced them so badly that they're now seeing their wife or their husband as a problem. How could your wife or your husband, the one that you decided on, nobody forced you, nobody put a gun to your head?
No. Even when certain people were speaking against it, you didn't want to you said this is the person, and then you got in.
I prayed, I feel peace. Even if it's not, I feel peace. God is leading me. You went. God led you, you went. Then you now married the person, and now all of a sudden the person is your problem. Meanwhile, it's actually your friends that are your problem.
Yeah, I think that, this making me think to myself.
Yeah.
I'm not setting it as a rule, but I think it would be wise for people to avoid issues it would be wise for people to kind of, before you get married, I don't know if it's going to help, but this is just something just popping in my head. I'm thinking, if you're going to marry a guy or you're going to marry a lady, I think there should be a history of them, the immediate time leading to your marriage, whether they've been able to keep themselves from sleeping with somebody outside and sleeping with even you, because some people now, even in church, they don't keep themselves till they're married. So we are going to marry anyway, so we can just be doing.
Let's continue.
Yeah, but being able to keep themselves from sexual intimacy. For at least
with you or others,
or others, for a period of at least 12 months, 1 year.
Some people would lie now. How do we measure this?
No, they would lie, but I'm saying no. It's not for the other party to score. Okay. It is for you to be able to know. Especially, first of all, you shouldn't even be doing that before you're married, assuming you are a Christian. But even if you are not a Christian, or you are a Christian, but you are a Christian, one leg in, one leg out, like you have some people, and you are in the world, they will say
social Christian.
You are sexually active. Yeah, you are not abstaining. Okay, but when you now want to marry, well, it's not okay. Because I say okay doesn't mean it's okay. It's not okay.
Let's move on.
Yes, I'm just saying let's move on. If you want to marry, so that you know that you can discipline yourself. I think it's recommendable for your own good.
It helps.
And for your own good, for your own personal discipline, for you to have some level of confidence also in yourself. And for you to know that I can be faithful to this woman or faithful to this man. Keep yourself in the immediate time to your mind, at least for minimum of 12 months. From any sexual activity, and see that you are able to do it. Because you see, these things are not magic. If you are not disciplined as a single person, you will not automatically become disciplined as a married person. It's a big deceit when you think, oh, the reason I'm doing this is because I'm single. Once I'm married now, I think I'll be more disciplined. It's a lie.
It's true.
It is still the same you.
It's the same you.
Marriage does not suddenly now come and now just it's like a magic wand. They just flash over your brain. You just change to somebody
All the desires
else.
of other women. Never going to enter
your head. No, if it was there before marriage, it will continue to be there after marriage.
It's true.
So you need to, maybe there are some, what should I call it? There should be a shedding out period. A period where you shed out so that you convince yourself that I can be a disciplined person.
Yeah.
If you are one who somebody does something to upset you, before you know, your hand have moved, you have slapped, you are angry, you have scattered things. You should deal with that before you go into the marriage, because otherwise you become a source of torment to somebody else's son or somebody else's daughter. You are somebody who cannot control your mouth. You just blast, and you have to deal with all of that.
It's true.
If you don't deal with it before you marry, it's not automatically going to get good in the marriage.
Exactly. And that love, because you say, oh no, I won't because I love him. Oh no, I won't because I love her. It does not last though. All those love, oh, holding each other's hand, this, it does not last. Those ones are fictitious. Those ones are demonstrated because of feelings. They call it like eros. It's just a feeling something. So that feeling, as much as it's high right now, it can also become low.
Yeah.
So if you're thinking, oh no, I will be able to control it, that's not even an issue for me. The way I talk to others, I'll never talk to him like that. I'll never talk to her like that, because the way I love them. No, because one day you will wake up and you'll be irritated by them.
Yeah.
What will you do then? That your tongue is now unlocked and ready to fire, to
just unleash
spray. So it's important, like you said, to deal with that personal issue, that flaw, that personal.
And it's not 1 week, 1 month thing, no, because anybody can hold off a thing for 1 week, 1 month. It's time.
One day.
It's time. Not time. So let's get. Sometimes people rush to wedding. Yeah, they rush to marry without actually taking time to address and change. You have to change. Look at it. When companies want to merge, it takes time.
Yeah.
From the point where they identify that they want to merge, they start doing almost like you could say an x-ray of every aspect of both companies. Even though the merger has not happened, in the individual companies, certain things begin to change. Isn't that so? Certain way of operation, certain things just start changing to help this company adjust itself for the merger.
Yeah.
So it is the day the merger happens, you hear it on the news, but they've been on it since for a while.
Yeah.
And taking out certain cultures, taking out certain practices, seeing how it affects the company, how it will impact, and all of those things. So I think discipline, if you don't discipline whether it's the discipline of the tongue, discipline of your appetite, discipline of even your ego, because you can't come into a marriage with a chip on your shoulder. Because some people marry feeling that they are doing the other person a favor. Nobody is doing anybody a favor marrying them. You're not doing the man a favor, neither are you doing the woman a favor. If that's the mentality you have in going into a marriage or in the marriage where you are now, because you feel by societal estimation that you are better privileged than the other person before you got married, or the advancements that you are both making and the things you are both enjoying, they are mainly quote unquote coming from your side and without you in the equation. So you feel that, oh, without me you'll not be here, this is that, I'm doing a favor. That is a childish mentality. So you must discipline yourself in those things to be able to get yourself. Otherwise, you become a torment to the other person.
Yeah.
And that in itself is not healthy.
Yeah.
All right, we'll read more comments. Do you want to read this one, or should I?
Yeah, go ahead. Joshua from Warri, Nigeria. God bless you.
All right.
Yeah, this is from Adebo. I'm John Adebo from Apapa, Lagos. I love your program. God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in. Then we've got Bar from saying hello to you also.
God
Bar.
bless you, Bar.
God bless you. Then we have Michelle also saying hello to you, Michelle. I think Bar, Michelle, and maybe even Adebo, maybe they're new. So if you are new, thank you for tuning in. God bless you.
We welcome you.
Welcome. Jay says, hi, Pastor Moses and First Lady, checking in from South Florida.
God bless you.
God bless you.
Thank you for joining in.
Thank you for tuning in. Michelle again saying hello. Then we've got Vera that's also saying hello. And I think we've got a few questions that's coming up.
Okay.
So Anna says, thank you, Jesus Christ. Thank you, Lord. I'm telling you, if not for the Lord,
where would we be?
I'm telling you. Good evening, Mr. and Mrs. Pastor and First Lady. God bless you. That's from Port Louis, Agnes. God bless you. And then Michelle is from New York. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to you.
God bless
also.
you, Michelle. Thank you for joining in.
Yeah. And then we've got before I get to that, we've got Oluchi. Hello from Scotland. Hello to you too.
Hi, Oluchi. How are you?
We've got Shakari from Good evening from Dubai. God bless you too. Okay, so let's dive in on that question. Where's you got it still? Okay, so Adeba says, evening, Pastor. I have a big question in my heart that I need an answer to, sir. When I was in school, I have a child with this lady and wanted to get married to. But after some time, she began to cheat on me with other men. But, sir, I want to know if it is a sin if I go ahead to marry another lady.
All right. So people, did you hear that question?
We heard it all.
When he was in school, he had a child with a lady. And his intention is to marry the lady so that the two of them obviously can raise a family together. So he doesn't have a child in a separate with one lady and then going after, which I think is honorable.
Yeah.
But he then discovered that the lady is cheating on him. Yeah?
Not with one person.
Not with one person. So the question he's asking now is it right for him to go ahead, to go ahead and marry the lady? I would like our audience to contribute to that question. Yeah. And then
he said to marry another lady, to marry somebody else.
Is it?
Yeah. He's saying that should he go ahead to marry another woman? Firstly, he wanted to marry. Okay, let me put it where it's all together.
Okay.
He wanted to marry her before, but once he now realized that she's beginning to cheat on him
with other men,
he, in his mind, he's like, okay, do you know what? I'm gonna go ahead
and marry another woman because this one who my assumption is that the two of them were not married. They were in school and had a child together.
Yeah.
But he intended to marry her, but now discovered that she is cheating on him with other men. So now he's thinking, oh, if she's doing this, then I can't marry her. I'm going to have to marry another lady. Is that a sin? That's the question, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you know what? For some reason, my mind is telling me, did she even know that she was in a relationship with him? Was it clear to her that she was in a relationship with the guy that she had a baby with?
Why would you have a baby with a guy
Well, it happens. So is it a thing where she now thought it to herself, okay, I've had a baby with this guy. We're kind of into something, but I don't think we're really
in a relationship,
in a full blown, because
Okay.
these days they do all this, we're together but seeing other people, all this kind of.
Okay, so let's assume that that's her mindset. Let's assume that her mindset is
defending
no, I know you're not defending her, but you're trying to paint different scenarios.
Yeah.
So let's assume that she doesn't even see it or know that she's in a relationship with this guy. Yeah. She happened to have had a child for the guy. Yeah. But she's cheating with other men, not a man.
Yes.
So she's a lady who is sleeping with different men. Yeah?
Yeah.
So whether she has a relationship with the guy or not is irrelevant.
Yeah.
In that situation, because right now she's sleeping with men. Yeah. It's not that she's with this other guy who she maybe believes she's in a relationship with. She's sleeping with men.
Yeah.
So is it safe for this guy to go and marry her?
It's not safe now. It's a very unsafe journey that if you want to encounter. It's unsafe because because if this is what's happening outside of marriage, marriage has not entered though. Yeah. The same thing that you're saying, this marriage cannot continue like this. Yeah. So if this is what you're experiencing before marriage, what will you now experience in marriage? It will only multiply by 100. Yeah. So you cannot, this kind of marriage will not work because she cannot be faithful. Yeah. Marriage in itself is forsaking all others and coming together to becoming one. That's it. The two of you there's nobody else apart from God. There's nobody else in this your union that you have any level of love or intimacy with. This just yourself and your spouse. So if she can't do that, and it's clear she can't do that as a single woman when you're dating or in some level of relationship, then it's not going to really start happening by all of a sudden when you now marry. So it's a thing that you're not married to her already. Yes, you have a child with her. Yeah. Do your best as a father. Be a father. Don't be somebody that's absent. Don't be an absent father. Yeah. No, don't be just sending money or sending. No, you be there. Play the things that you're meant to do as a father. That child must experience fatherhood through you. Yeah. So once you can squarely do that, then it's for you to now, if you now find somebody else that is willing to become a wife, a proper wife, then you find that person, you marry that person, and you live your life with that person. But your child is still very important. So you make sure that person that you marry, if it's not the mother of your child, is very much in the picture, aware, and is able to love your child. Because again, you don't want somebody that will now be saying, oh, it's either me or your child. No, this is how I came. If you want me, you want every part of me, so that you'll be able to now, have a happy and peaceful home. All right. I'm going to read some of the comments that have come in. I thank you so much. I think a lot of people have really sent in, responses, which I believe will be helpful. But before I do that, I'm going to encourage everyone, if you have not already done that, share the broadcast. Yes. Click on the share button. Share the YouTube, link to people on WhatsApp. Share the Facebook to your Facebook page. Share it also to your Facebook groups that you are part of. Share also to WhatsApp groups that you're part of, and let people join it. Let's read some of the comments in answer to that person's question. Itwa Messi said, my guy, not Mario, please marry someone else, Jare. It's true. Yeah. It's true. Yeah, no, because you are seeing it's danger. Danger flag. Yeah. The lady sleeping with so many men. What makes you think that when she marries you, she's going to stop? Because I've seen some people, and sometimes you think what's doing their head. It's usually the other way around. A woman will see a man that is sleeping with so many different ladies
and be making excuses.
Making all his
Oh
because
yeah,
he's not
no,
married
because
yet.
he's not married yet.
By the time he marries me,
yeah,
I'm everything to
exactly.
him.
What are you talking about?
I can clean, I can do,
and I will be there for him.
I will be enough.
Yeah,
I will be enough.
You will not be enough, because you see, the person you are marrying is the person that you are seeing. In fact, there are some negative things about the person that you are not even seeing.
Yeah.
So don't think that you are seeing a devil right now. You think that when you now marry, because you wore white gown and the person wore maybe a white or black suit or blue suit, that the devil will now suddenly turn to an angel on your wedding day, because you marched in the aisle in the church to the altar and marched at. It's not going to happen. Is the devil you are seeing, if that's the one you chose to marry, that is the devil you are going to be living with. Oh God. So you have to be very mindful of that.
Yeah.
All right. Fides said, of course, he should find another lady. She's not a good one. She's a cheater. I think they're right.
The thing is, marriage is based a lot on trust.
Yeah.
Is based a lot on trust. The things that person can do in your absence, the confidence that you have in that person when you're not there, is very, very important. You're going away for a business trip. You cannot trust that this your wife will be able to hold herself. So there's too many
there's too many things. You just be having high blood pressure for no reason, because when her phone rings, your mind will jump. Is he one of those people again? What is that? You better,
It's not a marriage.
No. That's not a marriage. All right. We'll read some of the other comments. We've got this from Charles, who have said, in my opinion, it's not a sin to marry the new partner, because she would cheat again, except the previous lady is totally changed from her old ways. All right, you want to read Joe?
Yeah. Joe Buchanan, God bless you. She said she is not a wife. She makes it very clear by her actions that she will not be faithful to him.
And then she continued,
she has no love for him, no respect for him or herself.
And it's true. She has no respect even for herself. And that in itself, should ring alarm bells. We've got Deacon's Glory. You read that?
All right. So she said, having a child with someone is not necessarily being in a relationship. But if they were actually together and made clear, then she's cheating on him. Then it is not safe. That is a red flag. I think it's a closed door. It's not even just red flag. It's a closed door. Just close this door.
I think you shouldn't even step into that at all.
Close this door, please.
And then we've got this from Adebukola, who have said, good evening, sir. Kindly answer this question, sir. A man who married you based on reception, reception, and duped your account and run away with your house properties. Oh my God. And you divorce him. Is it a sin? The man married you, then duped you, so basically cleared the woman's account, stole the properties, and ran away. That man didn't marry you then. No. He didn't marry you, because what kind of man is that? He was just there to basically rob that woman. And then
it's the length he was able to go to for that.
And then he ran away. I always say this, that marriage in itself is a risk. And that's why, but when you are taking it, you have to be calculated, because you are saying that I want to be with this person. We are going to live in the same house. You are going to lie down on a bed and sleep.
You sleep, you sleep.
Sleep.
That person can be awake.
If this person is an evil person, they can get up, carry a knife, and stab you on the bed.
Oh Lord, help us.
Do you understand? They can do any harm to you. So marriage is that you are entrusting your life into the hands
of someone else.
Do Do you understand? You are entrusting, you are saying that I'm entrusting my life into your hands.
Yeah.
If you now see that this person, it doesn't look like somebody I can entrust my life into their hands. They've come into your life in the pretense of marriage, in the pretense that they love you, and then they've cleared your bank account. Whether they went and withdraw the money, maybe you had joint account, or dodge it through a scheme, or they want to, because some people can just bring all kind of thing, want to start a business, just invest, just sign this, that, whatever means. Then they steal your house property. Does a man steal his own house property? So he does not see himself as married and then runs away. You are now looking for them. Where this person, how are you going to marry them now? You can't do. You can't, my dear. I don't.
But they're saying that they're already married. If the person is already married, can they now? Is it a sin to divorce?
What is marriage? Is marriage the certificate that you signed? No, because you have to understand. That's what I'm telling you. To me, I don't see them as married. You can. How are you married?
And you're stealing from yourself.
Yes, you are stealing from yourself. You clear it. You ran away. You steal the properties in the house. You clear bank account. You're not married now. In those days, okay, let's put it this way. In the Bible days, in the days of Isaac, were they signing certificates? We did not read in the Bible that they signed certificates. So.
Yeah, the ceremony happened from that
ceremony. They come together, isn't it?
Yeah, and was it conjugal?
Yeah,
they actually slept with each other.
Yeah. So how is it because they now sign certificate? You now class it as they are married. That person is not married to them in the first place. I may be wrong, but that is my personal opinion. Please, you people can contribute to the conversation. That's why, when we come to talk with the missus, we let everybody speak in. It's a conversation. Yeah, so that we're not trying to dictate, to any, but we speak the truth. To me here, sitting here now, I don't consider them to be married people. So during night and saying that, so to me, issue of divorce or no divorce does not even exist, because it's only married people that divorce. As far as I'm concerned, the two of them they were not even married in the first place, because that man came for a 419. Okay, not everybody understand what 419 is. Fraudulent. Yeah, fraudulent escapade. And going to maybe a court to sign a paper was part of the fraud
to get there.
Yes, to get there. It was all that scheme.
So what you're saying is try and find a way to get the marriage annulled. It's not a divorce thing. It's not that it just didn't really happen.
The marriage, there was no marriage there. So if he signed paper, that paper, to me, let it be unsigned.
Annulled.
No, because are they married?
Yeah.
No.
Well, some people are saying capital no. Capital letter no. It is not a sin. From Faithful to Fair says, no, it is not a sin. He is the sin. He is the sin, I beg. He is the sin. That person that went to go and dupe women because of property. Could he not earn money to go and buy that property? Why must he go and fake?
He doesn't even
fake love.
No, but
to go and get property.
He doesn't even need to earn money to buy property. He's already married. The woman has finance. If he's there genuinely that he's married, he will enjoy that money and those properties with the woman, because they are together and they'll raise a family. And if there's something that he needs to do, he will do it. So can a man steal from himself? That's what I'm telling people, that they're not married. Even to him, they were not married.
In his mind.
Yeah, in his mind, they were not married. It was just a scheme to rob her.
Yeah.
It's like saying now, that a man comes into a house.
Yeah.
And you say, okay, intimacy is how marriage is consumed. So a man comes into a house and rapes a lady. So they've now had intimacy. Have they had intimacy?
No, it was rape.
There was no intimacy there.
Fraudulently obtained.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All the things that will happen when they have intimacy would have happened. So the man would have ejaculated. The man would have, slept with the woman and all of that. But we cannot call it intimacy.
Yeah.
Because it's not intimacy.
Yeah.
Even though
the act
was done. That's why I'm telling you people that it's not marriage. You cannot come at one day and the woman say, I've been intimate with that man.
Yeah.
You've been intimate with that man. How have you been intimate with the man? The man raped.
Exactly. Okay, listen to this. Glory says, yes, I totally agree with you, Pastor. It is a fraud because he only came to steal and destroy like the devil.
Exactly.
It's true.
Yeah.
He only came to steal and destroy. Yeah. So just because the devil comes does not mean it's a good.
Exactly. So if he was really married to the woman, he will not steal the money. He will not steal those things and run away. It's robbers that come to steal and run away. He was just a fraud. And I've given a basic analysis there of, a man comes, rapes somebody. Exactly. Yeah. If you want to look at it, you say all the things that happen in intimacy happen. But there is no place where you are going to call it intimacy.
Yes.
It will be called rape. Exactly. You can't say this woman was intimate with that man. How? They were not.
They were not.
Even though if you are just looking at graphic, this thing, that's what you'll be suggesting. So there was no marriage there. The Lord help us in Jesus' name.
The Lord help us. So with this, okay. Yes, Plove Charles says the man came to steal and destroy. Yahoo, yahoo. to do yahoo, yahoo business there.
Okay, from fearful to fear said intimacy means at one. Intimacy means at one with
consideration, highest regard
and consideration. Okay, yeah. He said rape is definitely not that. Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. The man is come to rape her of her resources. He's come to rape her of her resources. You cannot then class them that they are married. It's just a scheme to rob the woman.
I'm telling you. All right, guys. So we had people that have come in late that have asked, what is this? What is this? I'm missing too much. Oh, what is this? Okay. Today we're talking about this marriage cannot continue like this.
Yes.
It cannot continue like this. There are too many wala that's happening in people's life and in people's marriage that is not allowing them to enjoy and be at one with their marriage. Then we had some scenarios that came in.
Questions, not scenarios.
Yeah, questions.
People asking real questions of what they have gone through.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So we were answering those ones. So the very one that we're
dealing with right now. Yeah.
Let's get it on the screen.
Okay, is that this one?
I think so.
Yes. So he said, because there are a few people have just joined in. So please, what's the storyline that we are? This person is asking a question. Good evening, sir. Kindly answer this question, sir. A man who married you based on a reception, I'm not sure what that is. He said, and duped your account and run away with your house properties. So he duped your account, cleared your account, house property, and ran away, and you divorce him. Is it a sin? That's the question. So for those of you who are just joining and asking, please contribute, because I'm seeing even some pastors, apostles, and servants of God. Please answer, because to me, like I said, if somebody if asking me, as far as I'm concerned, they are not married. It's a thief, a robber came to defraud you. It's like you have a business partner, or somebody comes say we are business partner, and then at the end of the day, once you put money in the business account, they clear it and run away. Was that person your business partner? No, it was a 419 that came just It's just they use that game to rob you.
Yeah.
And
So you get the scenarios of somebody that now a person that enters a home.
Yeah.
That now rapes a woman inside the home.
Yeah.
You cannot say that that woman and that man were intimate together. It was not consensual or anything. Is he had an agenda all along to steal and take something from her.
Yeah.
So in the same sense.
Yeah.
It is.
So I think there are a lot of things that happen because our time is really running. Yeah. There are a lot of things that happen in marriage. And you come to a point where because there are a lot of people who are going through a lot in marriage. Yeah. There are a lot of people that are, they are suffering. And what they are experiencing in marriage is not what they bargained for.
Exactly.
It's not what they planned for. What is hurtful in all of that is that the what do you call it now? Some people enter this marriage with open heart. Yeah. It's for those people you feel for even much more. Yeah. When somebody enters with an open heart, innocent, genuine heart, and then only discover that they've ended up with somebody with an agenda. An agenda to destroy, an agenda to crush, an agenda to just frustrate life out of them. That you see somebody who was glowing, single person, happy and all of that. They are now sad, depressed because of somebody who was supposed to help take their joy to another level, causing them
pain to another level.
Yes, pain to another level. Yeah. It's very sad. And you can't have life continue like that. I want to just, because our time is really running, I want us to look at what are some of the preventive measures to such things. What are some of the to ensure that you don't get yourself into a marriage, one, that becomes a pain. Because you see, marriage, when you enter marriage and it's a pain, it's like the proverbial bone in your throat. You don't know how to swallow it, you cannot swallow it. To spit it out, you can. I don't know if anybody's ever experienced when a bone is stuck on your throat, especially those tiny bones from fish, the ones from fish stuck. To bring it out, to swallow it, it's a big problem. That's what a terrible marriage is like. And how do you mitigate that? Personally, I would just propose one. I think I can even see someone said this topic needs like 2 months discussion. So we cannot really finish it all in one day.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot.
There's many.
Maybe we would still cover
layers.
Yes, of it. Many. But I want to just say one thing is, I think when you start a relationship, that you are serious about, even if you are both just in the early stage, introduce that guy or that lady to, I like to call it important people in your life, but I would want to be specific what I mean by that. Let your parents and your family members know that person.
Exactly.
Let your pastors, if you're in a church, know that person. Right. Introduce them. Let your fellow, the people around you, some key people even within your church, people can observe before, and I'm talking about early stage.
Not the talkative, gossiping.
No, not gossiping ones.
Not the haters either.
Not haters. Not people who we go and not this. No. Yeah. People who can speak truth to you. Yeah. Do you understand? Yeah. Also, the person may not necessarily be negative, so they are not there to watch the person to spot negativity, to tell you, no, that's not their job.
It's true.
But one of the things
safety net.
Yeah, one of the things you'll be doing for yourself is you'll be creating a safety net. Because as a pastor, and I'm sure some of the pastors online, I would like you to also comment.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll be able to speak into this. As a pastor, I have noticed that when someone is getting married, let's say a member in your church, whether it be a lady or a guy, and they're marrying, especially they're marrying somebody from outside your church. But this is not somebody that you got to know about their relationship from early stage. Yeah. It was just later, and what really has brought you people together is that their wedding, you need to be involved and all of that, blah, blah, blah. If they have issues later, and that your member comes to you to come and deal with to come and handle the issue, many a time, if it's the man they are married to, many a time the man is very irresponsive. It will not, because
it's true.
Yes,
it will not. Who's that?
Exactly. This was not somebody who was presented as important in the early stage. So if somebody is serious about you, you know, they would easily flow within your circle. You will find that even beyond you, there are key people in your life, like your pastors, your family, and all that, who can already reach, interact with them, call them to sit with them, and all that. So that network is already there. So their connection and interaction to the people around you, the crucial and important people around you, is not just through you, and it's not just based on you. It's based also on personal relationship with the other person. I think it's a safety net.
It's a big safety
But
net.
when you keep, the guy you are dating as a mystery guy, or you keep the lady you are dating as a mystery lady, only to come and present them like a trophy nearer your wedding, so people don't really know them within your church circle, your family circle. People don't have interactions with them and all of that. There is danger.
It is.
I'm speaking from my experience.
From experience
as a pastor.
We've seen it time and time again. It's not a coincidence.
No.
It's not a coincidence. This is how things work.
Yeah.
So if you know that you want your marital spouse, your husband to be, or your wife to be, to, be able to be approachable when issues arise, or if issues arise, make sure you have people lined up that he or she is willing to listen to whenever you need another voice that is not your voice. So it's very important. I can't even overemphasize that.
It's key.
Can't even overemphasize that.
I think we'd have to discuss this topic, continue this topic. But let me just read a few comments, because I'm seeing even some questions that are popping up.
Yeah.
All right. So we've got Idola lady said basically he just used her to get what he wanted and left. Yeah, exactly. He's left. Sabia said, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Sabia.
God bless you, Sabia. Ngozi Nam said, another one.
Another one bites the dust.
Okay. Fene said this topic, this is like 2 months discussion. Okay. Yeah. Apostle Abraham, God bless you, sir.
Bless you, sir.
He said, she said married. Was it a proper marriage, as in both families were involved? Then we need to know. Then you have Pastor Austin Osoria said there was never a marriage. She received him and they began to cohabit.
Yeah,
because that's what I'm wondering. Now, they marry, how would you steal your things and run away?
Yeah.
All right, we got this question from Deaconess Glory. She said, Pastor, if a man or a woman goes abroad and in name of getting papers is now living with that person, should the other person continue believing they have a marriage? No. Because they're not married. They came to cohabit with her.
Yeah, because there was a time.
So these are all part of the issues we are going to discuss when we do maybe the part 2.
Yeah, because it's actually a real big problem.
Yeah.
To the point that even in America, like all these green card fraud or what have you, they will have interviews. They will spy on the people.
Yeah, sorry, Jackson, please send your question. Say, Pastor, I have a question. Please feel free, type it and send it.
Yeah.
If we can't answer it now, we will discuss it in part 2, but it's good for us to have it. Like the God's glorious question, we take note of it and ensure to discuss it. Sorry, I got you in. I just
no, that's all right. So they have all these investigative people to try and see whether it's really a marriage or it's really not a marriage. Because sometimes, like you said, this thing of paper, or not even paper, immigration paper, but this paper of a thing in the Bible was not really there. This marriage certificate. We're not trying to now say, oh, people,
necessary.
You're not now married, or you got a marriage certificate. Have you actually married in
your heart? Yes.
Do you?
It has to be. It's what is in your heart that you are translating there
on the paper.
Yeah,
exactly. So if the person is doing it fraudulently or for a total clear purpose to them, you know, and which is not the same purpose that you, the innocent person that now thought, oh, I've now found bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh, or vice versa, you now enter this trap of what you thought was marriage, and actually it's not. It's somebody was just fraudulently trying to get one over on you for their own personal gain, whether it's for their immigration paper, whether it's for your properties and your the things that you have. It's evil.
It's evil, yeah. And people need to stop deceiving themselves.
Yes.
You know, Fidel said, a good relationship you will know. You don't need anyone to tell you or to ask yourself questions. Some people, when you're in those bad relations, sometimes you know. This is a Lebo from South Africa. Hallelujah. God bless you, Lebo.
Bless you.
And then we've got Rosie said hello from DR Congo, Democratic Republic of Congo. Say we are blessed. God bless you. We've got also Abes who said thank you, Lord. God bless you. And this is Pa Jackson said, God bless you, Pastor. Okay, he's the one that said he has a question. Please go ahead, type a question so that we can have it documented before we finish. All right, we've got Pastor Austin, or sorry, I think I'll read as the last comment, unless Pa Jackson's question comes in, and then let you give your final words. He said, when you start a relationship, anything you know you cannot cope with in marriage should not be overlooked in relationship.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
It's better to deal with it during the time of courting than religion. We've told our story about, you know, the things we discussed before our marriage, and we've talked about our story of debts and not debts, and the fact that, you know, we discussed and I said, oh, look, I don't do debts. Can you imagine if I ever looked, oh, I love her, you know, don't worry. But I know deep down in me that
debt is something you cannot.
Debt is not something I can do. I cannot deal with that. So, and I don't want to marry and now then I now go ahead. Overlook that, never discuss it with you. We marry.
Or you're praying.
Yes.
You're praying that.
I'm praying that God
just change.
touch her to change her from debt. When I can use my mouth to tell you that I don't do debt. No, it's true.
It's true.
I'm making a prayer point, just praying. You are not aware. And I never had conversation. I've never vocalized it. Then we now marry. Then you are now, you know, credit card, just mounting up debt. So I just bought this, that. Before I know, we have 10,000 pounds debt. And I'm wondering. Then I now start saying, what is all this? I was never in debt before I married you. Why this is that. But I never dealt with it when we were in relationship.
When it was at a root stage.
Exactly.
Yes, when you're in a relationship, it's at a root stage where you can either water it or uproot it. You decide. You decide by your actions, you decide by how you approach it, you decide by what you say, and how serious you are. Let the other person, because I saw that you were serious. So if I didn't see him
exactly. If I also presented it like, you know, and I don't really like that, but it's okay. It's okay. You know, you get over it. You will not take it serious. You have to be dead serious about the things you are serious about. I don't do debt. I don't want us to have a marriage where we are now owing left, right, and center.
Exactly.
Every day we are sitting before your check will clear in your bank account is already swallowed up.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
There are people, if you are comfortable with debt, okay. Two of you also discussed it that we are comfortable with debt. We are going to borrow. In fact, this is where we are coming. We will just borrow.
Yeah.
All right. I think we need to get some of your final.
All right, guys. So today was very, very interesting. We were talking on this marriage can't continue like this. We talked of different things. My final words really is what you know you cannot deal with in marriage, deal with it in relationship.
Yeah.
Deal with it seriously. Take it serious in relationship, because whatever you see in the relationship is what you're going to see times 500, times 1 million, times, it's just going to be very massive by the time it enters into the marital home. So if you know you can't deal with it in a relationship level, then you escape, literally.
Yeah.
You excuse yourself and know that this relationship will not work, because there's some things you cannot deal with in marriage. If you know you cannot deal with trust issues, somebody that's sleeping around, like that man was talking about, the girl that he wanted to marry, sleeping around everywhere. You cannot deal with that in marriage. So leave the relationship.
Yeah.
Thank God, it's a relation. A broken relationship is better than a broken marriage. Is better. So just excuse yourself and know that the better person is out there, one that will cherish you, one that will honor you, one that you will be pleased with and find joy with. Marriage is meant to be sweet. Like I said at the beginning, remember that the enemy is trying so hard to destroy every institution that God has created, the family being the main focus and marriage being its foundation. So you know that your marriage has to work according to the way God has designed it. So make sure the person you connect with is on the same wavelength with you. That way your home will be peaceful, it will be loving, and it will be joyful.
All right, great comments. Thank you. I'm just going to read these last statements from some of the viewers. From Fearful to Fear said, my question is this: as a man of God, do you support someone staying in an extremely abusive marriage in the name of God says no divorce? Sorry, not meaning to put you in the spot. And she said, but this is a question a lot of people would truly like answer for. All right, we'll take that and add to the question from Deaconess Glory, and we would deal with those when we do the part 2 of this, because our time is up. And then I just read this from Ebere, who said, aspiring spouses ought to pray for discernment. When I was believing God for marriage, I had dreams about potential suitors. God revealed to me the true nature of the suitors through dream. And that's very important. You need to pray, because this thing you are entering is for a lifetime. My final words are, please don't, rush into a marriage that you can already see is not safe for you. It won't be worth it at the end. It is better not to marry than to marry and live in misery. Because there are people who are married who are wishing that they are not married. That's not to say marriage is not sweet. In fact, there are a lot of sweet, love, enjoyable marriage. But like they say, shine your eye, and shine it well, so that you can see clearly what you are entering into. Of course, like it's already said, this is a very big topic, and we cannot cover all the grounds in it in one discussion. So we will look at covering more subsequently. Just before we leave you, want to encourage you to join us tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. on this same platform, YouTube and Facebook, whatever, or any of them you're watching on. And, because we'll be live for the And Zion Prevail. It's going to be a very powerful time. This week, we are praying on My Miraculous August. God is doing great and mighty things. So 6 a.m. in the morning, make sure you are part of it. We encourage you also to subscribe to our YouTube channel, the Pastor Moses GCF YouTube channel, and also our church where we pastor. The YouTube channel name is FMC TV.
Yes.
Go and subscribe to it right now. These two channels, click the notification bell so that whenever we are live on them, you are one of the first to know. The Lord bless you as you do that. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. You know, our church Instagram page is fmc.church. And then our church Facebook is FMC Online. Follow us on both of them. Then, of course, for myself, it is at Pastor Moses GCF for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and all our handling. The Lord bless you, establish you in Jesus' name. Amen. Have I covered all?
You have.
Okay. All right. So, well, people, we love this program, and I'm sure you do too. So we will be back in 2 weeks, 2 Thursdays from today. The Lord bless you. This is where we say